You're listening to Eureka on Monocle Radio, brought to you by the team behind The Entrepreneurs, the show all about inspiring people, innovative companies, and fresh ideas in global business. I'm Tom Edwards. To Germany for today's programme. Dr. Bernd Ebersberger is the creator of the Future Flipbook, a resource with the potential to create 5 million innovative ideas for building a better tomorrow. With 4 stacks of cards, the book allows users to mix and match words to create combinations that resonate with their unique goals. So, how do you use a spark of creativity to fully develop an idea and apply that inspiration to generate your own eureka moment? Well, here is Bernd with more.
I'm Bernd Ebersberger. I'm head of the Innovation Management Research Team here at the University of Hohenheim. University of Hohenheim is a German university close to the city of Stuttgart. I created the Future Flipbook, so to say, as an academic side project. I got inspired by other flipbooks. So in my environment, in my bookstores that I frequent, I saw a number of flipbooks. And these flipbooks are these wire-o bindings with stacks of cards where you can combine things into something new. People may know these dinosaur picture flipbooks where you can combine dinosaurs from stacks of dinosaur parts, so dinosaur heads, stacks of dinosaur bodies, stacks of dinosaur tails, and you combine those to generate new dinosaurs. There were other flipbooks out there in the fun section of the bookstores where you can combine pieces of sentences into love messages. In my environment, like in the field of psychotherapy, I've seen books that create positive and strengthening affirmations. So positive sentences from various parts of sentences. So I've seen this and I thought, isn't that great? Combining elements into something new. And I had the intuition that we can use that for innovation and idea generation. The creativity is always in the mind of the user. So what you make out of these inspirations, what you make out of these short 4-word descriptions is completely based on what people think, what their background is, what their education is, etc. And you can have it very playfully. So seeing innovation not as a scary thing, but something that you can play around with, that is a mental exercise to get your creative juices flowing. So it's serious because it's intended to generate innovations for a better tomorrow, but it's playful at the same time. So use it in the way you want to use it. And if you find it interesting to make funny associations, wonderful, be my guest. That's great. I started with a hunch, with an intuition myself. I started doing what academics or scientists always do. I started a journey and I started searching and researching whether there is some substance that backs up my hunch. And to make long things short, this journey brought me through a number of fields, to management studies, innovation studies. Well, this is kind of my home turf. But it also led me to cognitive science, creativity research, and psychology. I think that was important, and the scientific approach, seeking out evidence that there's substance to a hunch, that is very, very important here. And of course, when I had the hunch, when I saw a little bit clearer how that looks like, I used my analysis capabilities to analyze the descriptions of 3,000 innovations that I have collected over years to come up with the words in the Future Flipbook. So you can not possibly think of an academic sitting down with a dictionary and randomly pick some words and put them into a publication. So I analyzed 3,000 innovations. There was, of course, some polishing, some curation process, but essentially what we have in the flipbook are the components of already existing innovations that you can combine into new ones or into inspirations for new innovations. When I started searching and started researching, I did not treat the project as a book project, but I treated it as an innovation project. So I started actually with a minimal viable product. So I asked people in a large keynote that I gave, for instance, to write down 3 words on 3 different Post-its and ask them to combine and recombine these 3 words and start thinking about what innovation that could be. And this worked beautifully. And so that gave me at least some slight confidence that there is something and that it will work. There were 3 generations of prototypes that I prepared. I handcrafted more or less, and I sent them out to colleagues. I sent them out to managers. I sent them out to scientists, and I got feedback. I got feedback from people. And so with each iteration, the book got better and better. So the feedback that I received for the prototypes was nice, helpful, encouraging, and I learned a lot about uses of how people use this flipbook in their day-to-day life when they were, having downtime in workshop settings, in classrooms, etc. So I learned a lot. You can use it on your own. You can use it if you have downtime and don't want to doom scroll on your mobile phone. Just sit down in your comfy sofa and get inspiration, enjoy your own creativity so you can use it for yourself. You can use it in team settings, in workshops, trainings, courses. You can use it in classes, in higher education, secondary education, etc. And there is various ways of how you can use it. You can use it as teams. You can use it to discover futures. You can use it, and this is, I think, a very beautiful one. Imagine you have 4 teams of 4 people, and they get all the same inspiration. And it is so nice to observe that 4 teams, even if they get the same forward inspiration, end up with different ideas, different innovations. And suddenly that makes clear that the diversity is so wonderful in teams and so important. And people start realizing the value of diversity with just this tiny, tiny exercise. And of course, you can use it in brainstorming, workshops, etc. And I've also people who use this Future Flipbook to heat up the creative teams prior to creative sessions where they really want to solve problems. So getting people into a creative mood and daring to really think outside of the box, that's also a nice way of using this Future Flipbook.
That was Dr. Bernd Ebersberger, the creator of the Future Flipbook, and you can buy your copy now. And that's all for this episode of Eureka. We'll be back at the same time next week. Do look out for The Entrepreneurs every Wednesday. Eureka was produced by Laura Kramer with audio editing by Jack Dewars. You can listen again and find out more at monocle.com or follow us and catch up with the archive wherever you get your podcasts. If you'd like to contact the team, email Laura on lrk@monocle.com. I'm Tom Edwards. Goodbye and thanks for listening to Eureka.